Hello, I'm Sapi and welcome to Framer Zero to Hero series. In this series, I'm going to talk all about Framer and website conversions with Framer and how to exactly earn money using Framer. So today's lesson is all about building blocks of Framer. As you know, frames are the building blocks of Framer. So how to exactly use frames to create awesome websites, components, and each and everything. So let's get started. So as you can just see, I'm in a website and let me quickly show you another website that I am currently working on. So that's Flux Finance. It will be a template. I'm gonna quickly publish all of my templates within few months. I'm currently working on this template right now. So as you can just see, this is a cool website with respect to a fintech brand. But as you can just see, with respect to a fintech brand, and in the layers panel, you can just check the desktop breakpoint and we are getting main div, and then there is the hero section and body sections. Inside body sections we are getting all the sections that we need. Okay, so if you just come up here in any of the project that you got, or for you it will be like an untitled project. So let me quickly go through the untitled ones so that I can explain you better. So it's very easy to create a new project inside Fema. Just click this plus button or go to this home button right here. Just click on this and then there will be the new project button. Just click on the new project button and you are good to go with a new untitled project. So as you can just see, Framer will prompt you to choose between some templates that you want to start with, or if you want to just start with completely from scratch, you can just click on blank. So I'm gonna do this too. So we are getting a new project right now. As you can see, there is no sections or components or any of the imageries or so and so forth. But there is a useful panel right here. If you don't know about the Framer interface till date, please make sure that you are checking my previous video of this series. I have completely explained each and every interface related buttons or panels inside Framer in that video too. Okay, so you will get the link somewhere. I'll right here or right here, I don't know. So now as you can just see, we are in the project and there is the desktop breakpoint. And obviously if you just keep your mouse on the desktop breakpoint, you can just see a blue border like all over the container or so. So what's that blue border? Okay, so as you can just see, this is a rectangle that we are getting. Okay, that's probably fine, I think. And if you just go to the layers panel, there will be the desktop what can I say, desktop frame or container. Okay, and it got some of the characteristics or some of the features that we can just and it got some of the controls that we can just work with. Okay, so now if you want to create a frame inside Framer, you can just do it very easily. As I said earlier in the videos, like you just need to click F on your keyboard, or you can just choose from this layout panel. Okay, just click on this layout panel. You are getting a drop down and there is the frame button. Okay, so you can just click on this or you can just click F on your keyboard. Now you just need to do one thing, that is left click on your mouse and drag it. Okay, so that's how easy it is to create a frame inside Framer. So something like that, and you are getting a frame inside Framer. This frame is the building block of Framer. Why I am saying this, as with using frames you can just create anything inside Framer. Okay, so let me quickly show you that how I can just create some of the frames inside Framer, and then I am making it interactive or beautiful such that we are getting a hero section also. Okay, so first of all, please make sure that you are just making the basics right. So this is the primary breakpoint, that is the desktop breakpoint right here. If you just click on this, you're getting some of the controls as I mentioned, and there you are getting the width. Okay, Don't care about the height right now, as this is a breakpoint, so breakpoint will have a fit height, but you are not getting any other options right now, as there is no children inside that parent container or the breakpoint container. So that's the thing. So make sure that you are just clicking on layout. So what's layout? So I'm going to talk about layouts in your future, so don't worry about that, but just please make sure that you are just following instructions like I'm saying. Okay, so that's the thing. So just click on this layout, and then you are just getting some of the controls more. And there is a direction. Please make sure that the direction is vertical, as it's there. And this distribution must be start. Okay, like there is a drop down and you are getting each and every options that you want, but please make sure that it's in start. And there is the gap. Please make sure you can just exclude gap if you want. If you want to just include gap, that's probably fine, to be honest. Okay, so now this container or this frame, okay, so this was the frame, like the breakpoint one, and now this frame is being transferred to a stack. Okay, so what is a stack? So please let me clarify what is a frame first, and then I'm going to talk about a stack. Okay, so let's first create a frame. Okay, so something like this. As you can see, this is a frame. It got a random color. We can just make sure that we are making this fill or something. Then you can just see in the left panel right here, like let me show you, like this. Okay, this is a frame, as you can just see, but we want like another like a stack or so, as I said. So this frame is basically a rectangle. Okay, so if I just show you another complete website, if you just see or preview like this, okay, you can just see something interesting. Okay, so let me show you quickly. So these all are rectangles. Okay, like, okay, sorry, yep. So these all are rectangles. This is a rectangle, right? And this whole container is a rectangle, right? This is a rectangle too. This is a rectangle. This is a rectangle too. Okay, like, as you can understand that each and everything is a rectangle. Like inside this navigation bar, this is a rectangle. This whole is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. But this whole thing is also covered with a rectangle. Okay, and then these small nav links are also rectangles. You can understand that what am I saying, that each and everything is a rectangle. So when you are just working with web design projects, please make sure that you are just thinking with respect to rectangles. Each and everything will be a rectangle. And to make sure that you are creating this kind of rectangles to create each and everything, like sections, nav, buttons, each and everything, please make sure that you are hitting F on your keyboard, that is the frame button, and you are just creating frames with respect to all the stuffs that you are gonna create. So that's the thing. So as you can see, this is also a rectangle. This is also a rectangle, and inside this, these all are rectangles. Okay, these logos are rectangles. This is a rectangle too. Then inside a rectangle, then inside a rectangle, and inside a rectangle, something like that. Okay, I know it's looking a bit crazy that you are just getting each and everything as rectangles, but to be honest, rectangles are the main thing in a website. So that's the thing. So now, as you just know, that we just need to think like rectangles. Okay, so if we want to duplicate this kind of hero section, so what should we do? So as I said, we are getting a rectangle right here. And please make sure that you are just not creating the rectangle, you are creating stacks. So what's exactly a stack? See, when you are here, like there is a frame, okay? But if you just create another frame inside this frame, it will be in absolute position. Okay, let me quickly show you. So there is a frame inside this, and let me quickly change the color, something like this. Okay, And now if you just see, this is a frame. It got an absolute position right here, inside the parent frame, that is the blue one. Okay, so what's happening right here? So if I want to create that kind of hero section and the navigation bar, so what we can just do, we can just drag and drop like that. We can just create like this, okay, and make it smaller, and there is the navigation bar that we got. And then I think there was, the tag or text, and so these all are the rectangles too. So what we can just do, we can just create another frames like that. So clicking F on the keyboard, and similar to this will be the tag, I think. Let's change the color. This will be the tag, probably fine. Then there will be the, text, the heading. Then there will be the, like, subheading or so, okay, like something like that. I think we can change the color. It should be something like orange or so. And then there was the button, so we can just duplicate it right here like this. Oh, how you can just duplicate it? It's very simple. Just click on the frame that you want to just duplicate. Click on that component or element or frame or so, and then just click Alt on your keyboard and hold it out, and you can just drag like this, and you can release the Alt, and you are getting a duplicate container or element or so. So I'm creating the button here. We can just make it small, bad, something like that. I think that would be good. We can change the color, and that's probably fine, I think, right? And there is a logo tick animation, so it can be like that. Okay, that's probably fine. Like, we are getting the left side of the whole hero section, right, like this. But what do you think, that it will be responsive with respect to the mobile version and the tablet version too? So let's see. Okay, let's see. So you can just create new breakpoints just by clicking on this plus button. So just click on it. You're just getting tablet and phone breakpoints, and please make sure that you are just keeping the tablet and phone breakpoints as it is, as these are the standards, or you can just say standard sizes for the overall breakpoint thingy. And obviously it will be very easy if you just practice with the default values of the breakpoints. You will have a vision about those things. So that's the thing. So first I can just create a tablet breakpoint. You can just see this, and then there will be a mobile breakpoint. So that's probably fine. But is it exactly how we want? I don't think so, to be honest. Like, for the tablet version, so what was right here? So for the tablet version, as you can see, the navigation bar is right there. That's probably fine. But the tag and the text and all the other stuffs are in the middle. Okay, so that's the thing. And also there is a video container right here, so we need to create that too. So let's get created with that. So there is the video container, I think. That's probably fine. Let's make it short. I must say we can change the color, and that's the video container. But as you can just see in the tablet breakpoint, those are not in middle, to be honest. Okay, so we need to create those things in middle so that we are fitting each and every content with respect to tablet breakpoint. Okay, so what we can just do, just come up here. We can just click on this align horizontally button right here, and similar like this, and this, and like this. Okay, that's probably fine. But there is the video container right here, but we can just see that. I think we should name it so that we can understand, okay, what's the thing. So there's the nav, and then there's the video container. Please make sure that you are just using naming conventions with respect to creating any other project. Otherwise you will be confused. Okay, and that's not probably fine. Okay, so that's the thing. So that's hero, and And there's the logo thingy. There's the button, and there's the subheading, and there's the heading, and this tag. Okay, that's fine. So we need to arrange it so that we are getting a good hierarchy. Okay, so that's probably fine. Logo and good. Okay, that's probably fine. But we are now not getting the video container. As you can just see, there is the video container, but it's just right here. To be honest, it was not right here. If you just check the complete website, in the website it was just right below the logos. Okay, so make sure that you are clicking on the video container, and you can just make sure you can just create like this, and then you can just clicking the align button, and it's just got aligned. Also, for the mobile version, it's just hectic, as we need to make it smaller like this. We just need to make this smaller so that we are just fitting this thing out, and the logo thing will be also smaller too. There is no video button, video container right here, exactly similar to this. We need to just create like this, and then okay, that's probably fine. So that's how easy it is when you just look from the top of the view, okay, with respect to Figma. But to be honest, is the exactly worst way to create a website inside Figma. So let me tell you that what's the right way to create the overall thing, such that you don't need to manage all the elements part by part. You just need to play with the controls, that like the controls panel right here, and you are good to go. So how you can just create those things? So first of all, make sure that you are creating each and every frames as stack. So how you can just create a stack? So first, let me quickly show you. There is a frame. Okay, why? As you can see, it's saying the frame. Now you need to do what? You just come up right here in this layout panel, like right there. There is the controls. Now you have to do only one thing. Okay, just go to the controls panel in the right side, and there is the layout button, like the plus button right here. You just need to click this, and you are good to go with stack or grid. And most of the time we are working with stack. So previously, when we work with coding, we used to think like flexbox. We used to think like grids. But for now, as we are just working with no code website builder tool like Fema, we just need to think about stack most of the time. We don't need grid most of the time. We need stack, as the stack is the flex box inside the project. Okay, like it just use the parent and child analysis with respect to using them. Like, let me quickly show you. So there is a stack, I think. Okay, so if I just create another frame inside the stack, so we can just create like this, but make sure that if you just check on this frame that I have created right here, that the example stack, it just being centered automatically. Like, let me quickly show you again. So I am creating a frame inside here, okay, and changing the color, then dragging and dropping right here. As you can just see, it's just getting the centered get, and it's just getting centered with respect to the parent. So this is the usefulness of stack. If you just click on the stack layout, you can just see in the layouts panel there are the controls. We just need to make sure that it's in vertically, and as you can just see, the distribution is set to center. So if you just click on the drop down, you can just choose between all the other options. So if I just choose start, you can just see it's just changing its position with respect to the controls. Okay, so it was in the center, right? And now if you just duplicate it, like you can just right click and there is the duplicate button. Okay, and now as you can see, it just using a gap right here. Okay, so if I just show you, mm, so if I just show you, there is the gap. Okay, okay, the color are exactly same, and that's why you can just see it. But I think you can see it right now. Okay, so that's how I want to show you. Okay, like as you can just see, there is the gap. Okay, this is a gap. And if you want to just see that okay, this gap is fine, but will it maintain with respect to another child? So if you just duplicate, as you can just see, the gap is maintained. So what's exactly happening right here? Just click on the stack. Now go to the layouts in the controls panel. You can just see there is a gap. And if you change this gap value, the children's are also changing with respect to that. Okay. So it was I think 16 right here. So it's all about stack, parent and child relationship. Like the main stack is the parent right here, the white one, and the frames inside those stack are the children. So the things that the parent will order to their children, the children will probably follow those things. Okay. So similar to the stack, like the parent is saying, the gap between you guys will be or must be 10 pixels, it will automatically change with respect to that. So that's how easy it is to work with stack. So make sure that you are using stack for each and every components, elements, each and everything inside Framer, such that you are getting a quite good like website with respect to that. So the main building block of Framer is not exactly the frames, it's exactly the stack and grid. Okay, so that's the thing. Please make sure that you are keeping this thing in mind. The building blocks of Framer is in reality are stacks and the grids. So let me quickly create the website again with respect to stack, and you will see how easy it is. Okay, so what we have to do first, that we need to create this hero container to stack. So we just create plus. But also as you can see, the children are changing their positions right here. So why it's happening? I think it must be aligned vertically with respect to the container. I think the use case is right here. So we just click on this vertical. As you can just see, the children are aligned vertically right now, okay? And also distributed center. Aligned centered, there is a gap of 16 pixels. But one thing, the navigation bar has a gap above, okay? Like this. So what you should do right here, if you just see in the heights, it's just using fill. So what is fill? The fill means it's just taking the overall height of the parent. So what is the parent of the hero container? Desktop, right? So desktop got a height about 1000 pixels. That's why the hero is taking 1000 pixels. What we can just do, we can just click on this drop down and make sure it's fitting content. Now as you can just see, it's just fitting with respect to the children. Like the hero got these children and it's just fitting the height with respect to the children. Okay. Now we need to like arrange things out, I think, as this is a button, I must say. This is the logo, this is the subheading, this is the heading. These are not being arranged right. As you can see in this, panel or layout panel, these are not being arranged. So you can just drag and drop like that, and you're getting all things arranged again. So that's the thing. There is a white part, as you can just see. This is a part of desktop. You can just click fit content right here, and it's just fitting the child height. So the child's height is all about 824 pixels. So the desktop is also taking the 824 pixels right here. If you just see, okay, that's probably fine, but there is no gap like below of these video container. And also in the project, the video container was in the right side, and the overall other things except the video container was in the left side. As you can see, this is the whole container. I think the color is not that good, to be honest. We can change it to this, and now if I just show you, the whole thing is a container, right? But there is separate containers like this and this. So this is the left container, this is the right container. In the right container there is the video container, but in the left container there are all the text tags, each and every containers that we got. Okay, so that's the thing. So what we need to do, that first, as we have created the bigger container, okay, the bigger container, then we need to create these two left and right containers. So how we can just create those? Just get to the project. Okay, my bad. Just get to the project, and as you can just see, these all are must be in the left and the video container would be in the right. Okay, so what we can just do, just click the tag, and then the then to the logo, and press shift on your keyboard and click on the logo. Okay, and you are selecting all the frames with respect to this blue container thingy, and then click right, and you can just create or add stack. Okay, so click on this and you are creating a stack right here, and there should be another stack such that for the video container, so we can just create that too. Oh, how I have done that, just click Control Alt Enter, and now as you can see, these two are in vertical alignment, so we don't want that. We want horizontal alignment. So what we can just do, we can just click on the parent, we can just change the direction. But as you can just see, a quick thing just happened right here. We are getting the navigation bar right here, and then the text thingy, like the left container and the right container right here. So it's not exactly in left and right, to be honest, as the navigation bar is right here. So what we can just do, we can just click on right here and we just revert the changes that we got. Like we can just make sure that it's in vertical mode. Then we can create another stack with respect to the left and right container, to make sure that we can just fix those things out, like something like that. Let me quickly show you inside the Flux Finance website too. Okay, so if you just see, okay, that there are the two containers, right? Okay, so what we can just do, we can just like this. So there is a container right here, and then there is a bottom container, like, and then inside that bottom container we are getting two side by side containers. Understandable? And there is the thing that I am gonna show you. Like, we need to create these two separators. So how you can just create those? Just go to the, okay, my bad. Just go to the project, then just click those two things and just Control Alt Enter. We are creating another stack. Inside the stack, we are getting the left and right panel. So the main content or so. And then we can change the direction such that we are getting the left side as the overall text and the things, and the right side only with the video. Now, if you just see that there is no gap, I think that's not probably fine. So we can just create some gaps right here. So you can just click on the main container right here, go to this padding, like a per side thingy, click on this, and you can just add some padding below the overall container this main container thingy. Okay, so something like 20, I think that will be fine. And also we can just create some padding, left side and right side. So for the right it will be 20, for the left it will be 22. So I think that's probably fine right now, but the things are not gonna look like the previous one. So if you are in the Flux finance, if you just see, all are, I think, stacked or aligned in the left side, I think. Okay, so you can just do it too. Just click on the left panel or left container right here. Just go to the alignment, and you can just click on the alignment right here, and you are aligning each and every elements inside that left container, like the children, aligned left side. Okay, so that's the thing. Also, the video container is not looking very good, as I think it was not like in the center. I think it was in the bottom part. So how we can just create those things? As you can just see, if you want to create or align it with bottom right here, it's just not happening. Why? If you just check the height of the container, like the right container, it just in fit. So now if you can just see, there is a blue container throughout the overall, video container right here. Okay. So what you should do, if I just show you that there is the container, right? And if you check the height of it, it's only 182 pixels. But for the container that we are getting for the overall text and thingies, it's just taking around 515 pixels, but it's in fit. So what we should do such that is the right container is also taking the same height. We can just do one simple thing. Just go to the right panel and make sure we are clicking on fill, as it will fill the parent's height. So let's check the parent's height too. If the main, you can just see 535 is the parent's height, and also it got padding. So we just need to do one thing, just click on fill, and now as it was in aligned with bottom, you can just see it's just aligning with bottom right like that. But only one thing you can just see that, okay, that's probably fine, we are getting everything right, but it's not at the right side or aligned with the right side of the project or container. So how you can just create those things? It's very easy. If you just click on this distribute, you can just set it to end as it's the direction is set to horizontal. So you have like two boxes right here. Let me quickly show you. Something like this. So you got two boxes. So previously here it was like in the center, as you can see. Now if you just click end, the right box or the video container is aligned with right side and bottom too. So that's the thing. So it's very easy when you're just creating something like that. Now if you check this on the other breakpoints, you can just see other breakpoints are also taking the height, width, or the layout structure with respect to the primary breakpoint, that is the desktop one. So it's very good when you just go through these things. As now if I want to create similar content or similar structure like this Flux Finance, we can just create those things out. How? As you can just see here in the tablet breakpoint, what we can just get it. There is the navigation bar, then there is the bigger container, right? And then inside that there is a top container, there's the bottom container. So we just need to do only one thing, just changing the layout horizontal to vertical. I think that will be probably fine. Like, let me quickly show you how it's working. So you just need to click on the main container right here, just change the direction like vertical, and we are getting a similar thing. So what we need to do, we need to just center align the overall elements that we are getting in the left panel. So we can just do it like that, and then we can just do, or fill the overall video container. Okay, so how can you just fill that? Okay, just click on the, please, but before that, as it was a video container, please make sure that it's locking the aspect ratio so that the video is not breaking. So how can you just do that? Just click, most of the time the basic changes that you want to just do will be inside the primary breakpoint. Okay, so go to the primary breakpoint, click on the video, then you can just make sure that you are adjusting the height and width, and then clicking on this lock to lock the aspect ratio such that this is the aspect ratio of the video that you want to just showcase. So now you can just click on fill such that it's also maintaining the aspect ratio with respect to the video. Okay, so that's the thing. So now only one thing we can just do. We can just change this height fixed to fit, and we are good to go. Then exact similar thing we just need to do in the mobile breakpoint too. So just doing this, and then just filling this, then just changing it to fit contained, and then to center. And that's how easy it is when you are creating things with Stack. So frames are very good, but stacks are the real hero. So you need to think everything like stack. Okay, otherwise you are not creating things uh, like as you want. So that's the thing. So that's all for this overall tutorial. So my main motive of this tutorial was to get you better understand about stack, not the frames. As frames, if you thinking like frames with respect to creating the overall website, you are doing probably wrong. Okay, so please make sure that you are thinking in rectangles and thinking in stacks. So if you just create stacks, you can just create similar kind of layouts each and every time without using many of the steps or controls that you want. So just make sure that you are thinking like parent and children, like there is a parent and he can order his children. So the things that in between the parent will definitely change with respect to the controls that it got inside the parent. Something like that. And that's how easy it is to create structures inside Framer. So that's all for the overall video. Hope you are just liking this overall series. I will be coming up with different more techniques or tips with respect to Framer itself, so that you just know that okay, this is Framer, and you just start earning with Framer like each and every other Framer designers. And wait, I got a free website conversion course for you. It's a 5-day email course. You can just sign up for that. Just click on the link below that I got in the description. Just click on that, register for it, and you are getting a good amount of knowledge of about website conversions with respect to any other software that you got. Okay, so that's all. Keep working. Peace.